All right, welcome back. Now I'm gonna go for, I would say a 20 to 30-minute video for each one of these videos. Already I have three, I believe 3 or 4 ready, but I'm gonna only deal with one at a time. And the next, however many, it might be more than 2 or 3. I'll be sure to give you a long notification, like at least a day. I'll probably shoot maybe even 2 days, just to make sure y'all gone over it and understood it. It won't be a lot. Like this one is real short, but I have to respond to these people because these are some of the most disturbing articles. It's one of the most disturbing narratives in dog culture. Dog culture needs to be made aware just how sinister and immoral they are. And they need to make serious changes in it. That's just how it is. And the only people that's going to make them do that is us, their fellow citizens. In 2019, Victoria Schade and Pet MD of all places, people, did this article. You're not a bad parent if your dog doesn't like, you see the word there. I didn't even spell it in the title or in the thumbnail. I'm going to avoid that word, but it's that 3-letter word, sometimes plural with an S on the end. Said, dogs and the innocent are the stuff of greeting cards. Listen, I'm not even going to read this whole thing. I've already summed it up. And I'm going to do this with each and every one of them. She starts this article off, and I'm telling you, you can do your own research. She starts this article off by objectifying the innocent, projecting them as things rather than human beings. And I think this is irrefutable. And you see it right here. Dogs and the innocent are the stuff of greeting cards, but not if you've got a dog that's not a fan of the pint-sized crowd. Very first sentence. To immediately set your mood, your mind, your frame of mind. They're starting the manipulation process already. They're things. They're not human. They're not people. They're not that important. But make sure to say the word dogs each and every time. Never refer to the dogs as something. Okay? The next thing that she does is she assumes that the innocent is always violating the dog. This is crucial right here. And she does that right here in this section. Reason why your dog might not like the innocent. And I know this is going to really rub them the wrong way. Dog lovers, I mean. Because I'm going to refer to them as the innocent. Something that they want their dogs to be. But will never be. Look at this. Does your dog prefer to avoid the junior crowd? There's a chance it's because of a lack of socialization. Okay? A lack of socialization. We all know what that is. Don't need to go through that. But you see the first sentence. If your dog didn't experience enjoyable interactions with the innocent during the puppy stage, they might seem scary or overwhelming to him. Him meaning the dog. Scary or overwhelming is where she is projecting the dog as a victim of the innocent's behavior. scary, or no. You're talking about a predator that sees prey. They're not becoming aggressive because they're scared or overwhelmed by anything that the innocent is doing. They view them and it immediately they see prey. Socialization, and that's the sinister part about this. Socialization, important part. Okay, again, what she does next in this article is they only, wait a minute, you only keep the kids safe. Look at this, a traumatic incident, or the next one. She names 3 things. It says maybe your dog endured a series of unpleasant dress-up sessions with a small visitor. Again, objectifying the innocent as if they're not human, making them sort of like objects or wild animals themselves. This is real twisted stuff. And I don't care if this was intentional or not. This is how it reads, and this is the signals it gives off. This is the message it puts out there, and it's overt. Dress up sessions? What are you talking about? You know, dog gonna think nothing about no stupid shirt. What are you talking about? She mentioned this because she can't think of nothing else. Because the innocent, they don't do nothing to dogs. They don't do nothing to them. The dogs simply bully the innocent around because dogs are bullies themselves. And now the dog may equate people under 3 feet tall with feeling uncomfortable. Again, victimizing the dog. Oh, innocent dog. Oh, that evil little guy. Activities that look innocent to us. Look at these examples. Like allowing an innocent to climb on a dog or repeatedly take the dog's bone away. On what planet is that innocent? Speak for yourself. Who in the world, who are you talking about that looks at a innocent climbing onto a dog or taking something from a dog as innocent? No. No, this is silly. This is ridiculous. Everybody knows that anytime you bring a dog near an innocent, they're in danger. You let them even in the vicinity, they're in danger. Dog can get there real fast. So I thought that was kind of twisted. This line right here, like, what are you talking about? But she had to describe ways that violates the dog and makes the innocent the aggressor. This is what they do. Essentially, they demonize the innocent and project the dog as an angel that does no wrong. And basically, whenever the dog attacks, they're saying it is reacting, responding. Well, this is what she is saying. It's reacting to being violated, to being pestered by the innocent. It's one of those articles. And she is saying nothing other than that. She said it can be incredibly stressful for dogs and might cause your dog to develop a negative association with the innocent. Unpredictable behavior is another thing that she lists as one of the reasons why your dog might not like the innocent. Because the innocent has unpredictable behavior. She starts it off saying that the innocent yell, run, jostle, tug, hug, and tease. Well, dogs are unpredictable too, aren't they? And what is unpredictable? Dogs yell too. Dogs run too. They jostle too. They also bite, which is stabbing. Dogs do a lot more than everything you just listed. So who's the unpredictable ones here? Are you able to predict when your dog is going to bark? Of course not. Your dog's unpredictable. Everything is unpredictable. I'm unpredictable. You don't know what I'm going to say next. You just got to listen. Listen and process. Stop talking. This is foolish. Because it's propaganda intended to demonize the innocent. Basically, this is just an anti-human crusade in the dog culture. This is their attack on humanity itself. And no matter how you slice it, dog culture is all about waging war on humanity. That's in a nutshell what it is. It's all about waging physical war on humanity and forcing humanity into extinction. How many have they already sent to the grave? Shout out to Gerard the King, Mr. Payne Farouk, Stephanie Thompson. Dogs are trash in the building. In case you came a little later, I got 3 or 4 more of these that I'm going to do. Give y'all a long heads up. And we're going to have to go over because these are very damaging. And I want these people to know that there are people out here who have them under a microscope and see what they're doing. This is very evil, twisted, sick stuff, man. This is sick. Never seen none of this happen. It's never reported before an attack, yet they insist that this stuff happens. It doesn't. Let's continue. Okay, so the innocent does all this stuff. That type of behavior can be overstimulating for some dogs. Pilar points out that nobody likes everyone. There will be some people your dog doesn't click with. That's just fine, she says. Now, understand, people. They're describing the dog seeing your innocent as prey. That's what she's describing right here when she says some people your dog doesn't click with. No, your dog simply sees some people as prey. That's what it is. As competition for food, for resources. That's what it is. They're not intelligent enough to view them as anything else. Look at this. We're most afraid of things that we find unpredictable, and the innocent can top the list. No, dogs top the list. And again, what is being unpredictable? That's to do something that a person can't predict that you are going to do. So basically, everybody's unpredictable. I move unpredictably. I'm sitting down now, but I can stand up at any time, and I'm going to. You don't know when, do you? So what are you talking about? They're unpredictable. They can't do anything more than adults do. What type of goofy behavior? What kind of goofy language is this? Narrative, a talking point is this? It's illogical on its face. What are you talking about unpredictable? If anything or anybody is unpredictable, it's the dogs. Almost every time they start barking, they're going to scare people. It will be completely silent, and they will all of a sudden move, jump, start barking. Everybody jump. What are you talking about? You're projecting who really is unpredictable. If it's anything, it's the dogs. They're the most unpredictable living organism in the home. Boy, man, I've heard that before. We've all heard this before. Nonsense. So she moves on in this article. She starts with this socializing nonsense. And now she demonizes the innocent over and over. over and over in this article. And it's pretty crazy. Look at this. Look at that. What does innocent prompted stress look like? Innocent prompted stress? What? They come up with some type of term for it? Okay. As if the dog can behave in certain ways that only the innocent can make it behave. You know, only the innocent can do things to it that makes it show innocent prompted stress. What are you talking about? And then she goes over the stupid signals, the stupid signs that she has never, ever seen herself, that she can't find in any reports. You're not going to find any reports. You're not going to see on any videos where a dog showed all these signs before launching attack. What you're going to see is a dog, maybe if they show those signs, they show them as they're attacking. You can't stop it. The attack is going to be unpredictable too. You never heard of anybody predicting a dog attack before it happened by looking at these signs that you're talking about. And I'm sick of these so-called experts talking about it. Y'all are not on record in articles, police reports. You're not seen on camera identifying these stupid signs and stopping an attack. So stop with it. That is ridiculous. And she implies that all attacks are a response to being violated by the innocent. Initial stress and fear reactions. This is crazy stuff. So she goes over these signs or that the dogs give off, which is ridiculous. Now look at this. I want y'all to look at this one though. She said a dog that's uncomfortable with the innocent and opts for an avoidance strategy. This is another moment where she's projecting the dog as a victim, not the aggressor. When every time we see a dog attack the innocent, the dog is the aggressor every single time. They never react. Now, I've never seen it, never heard of it. People are on record, and I quote, saying it was unprovoked. Look at the attacks on film. They're unprovoked. Where are you getting your information? These are not professionals. This is not what a professional does right here. They don't make errors like this. This is what somebody does when they're trying to con you and hit you with propaganda. The dog, it tried to get away from the scary little one. It was terrified. Get out of here. That is foolish. Saying the dog might walk away when approached or attempt to hide when the innocent get too close. Where have you seen that? Show me. Show me. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Show me a report. What are you talking about? Making this stuff up. That's what they're doing. Dogs don't do that. They go straight after them. As soon as they see him, they dart straight toward him and clamp down and start mauling them. What are you talking about? Notice how she doesn't list predatory aggression. Stays far away from that. When that's a well-established reason why they attack. To simply display dominance. That's a classic example of attacking for no reason. Unprovoked. That is an unprovoked attack. And you got some dog so-called experts who admit, yeah, that's one of the reasons they'll launch an attack. They do it in dog packs. These so-called experts try to ignore an entire sector of dog behavior to protect them. Unfortunately, she continues, the innocent usually don't recognize when a dog doesn't want to meet them. And you don't either. You as the adult, you don't either. You never hear about these people seeing these signs and stopping an attack. She goes on and says that dog's concerned about the proximity of the innocent might keep his tail tucked. Again, show me. Show me a report. Show me on film. Where are you getting the information from? Where are you getting this from? You simply know that dogs tuck their tail when they're in fear. So you're saying that, oh, this is what they do. But show me a video where they did that and then launched an attack. You can't, because they don't exist. A dog that's concerned about the proximity of the innocent might keep his tail tucked and have his ears plastered against his head. Show me. I've seen dogs do that. Fold their ears back, but they do it as they attack. Not all of them have ears to do that. You're not seeing this nowhere. This is not based on evidence or research or observation. You're being creative. Take this video series against these so-called experts as me challenging their expertise, not just me, us. Listen to this. She said the dog might also shake off as if it's wet. And notice she referred to the dog as he's. She makes sure to try to show respect to the dog. It might shake off as if it's wet. They do that every 5 minutes. Notice how she lists a bunch of things that the dog does all the time. They shake off all the time. They lick their lips all the time. Repeatedly. She said, as if tasting the air. Look for them licking their lips as if they're tasting the air. They'll yawn. They do this stuff all the time. They're listing all this stuff so that they can say, whenever the dog attacks, it was stressed out. It was being pestered, violated. Real sick stuff. This is twisted stuff right here. Okay. And how many times have y'all seen this precede an attack? We've seen a lot of attacks right here online, just, the videos that I've shared. But we've seen other attacks on other channels, other videos. We've seen a lot of attacks. Pitbull Victim Awareness as a whole channel. We got an abundance of film, of evidence. We don't see this behavior precede none of these attacks. And of course, ain't nobody even looking for it. This is nothing but propaganda. That I stand on that. And you can't prove that. I dare you to prove this. And I'm going to welcome each and every one of you authors or experts. If you want to discuss this, we can discuss this respectfully. I haven't disrespected anybody. I disagree with what you've written, and you're an author. Dogs, she continues, that use preemptive strategies. Look at how cleverly she repeatedly projects the dog as being violated and tired of it and trying to avoid the conflict like a good guy. It's the good guy being bothered. Show me. There are a lot of attacks on film. We should see in some of those attacks the innocent doing all these things. We should see the dog using these preemptive strategies. And then before it launches an attack, we never see that. So there's a problem. We have a problem, ma'am. The evidence is not on your side. I think y'all should stop writing stuff like this. It's very sick. This is twisted stuff. It's twisted. Wow. Shout out to the E-Base. Farouk in the house and Kayamo. I hate mutts. Okay, let's continue. I mean, she repeatedly does that. Projected as the victim. To look at the purpose. To keep their distance from the innocent. What? Where are you seeing this? Where dogs try to get away, they see them and they let me get away. Where are you seeing this, ma'am? I seriously want to know. Barking, growling, leave no doubt about how they feel. She says, however, these demonstrative dogs have likely cycled through the more subtle please stay away behaviors and have amped up their displays to try to maintain their distance. This is to make an excuse for dogs that see the innocent and immediately start barking at them. So you're a dog lover, dog owner. The innocent walks through the door, dog barks because the dog is saying, please stay away. And it's barking, being aggressive, because it's already cycled through the other things with previous innocent that it's dealt with in its worthless life. That, to me, that is a sick thing to say. That is very twisted right there, because this is nonsense. This is nothing but a person being creative right here. You couldn't prove that in a million years. Wow. Okay, if you say so, ma'am. They probably amped up their displays. Oh, it's fed up. It can't take any more of those little guys. Get out of here. Lord, this is disturbing. What not to do when your dog shows discomfort. And she goes over this idea that you shouldn't hold the dog in place and force the innocent to come over to pet it. And this is crazy because they reveal one of their rituals right here. That's what she explains here. Don't ignore your dog's signs, its behaviors. It can get very bad. She said, don't try to make your dog face his fears. She said, don't put your dog in a situation where it can't get away, like holding your dog so that an innocent can pet him. What are you talking about? Y'all actually do that? Yes, you do. Wow. These things are launching 7,000 attacks against the innocent in the United States alone. And their culture is to hold these beasts in place and tell their innocent to come pet it. Would you imagine that would be the culture of a people who has at least one of their innocent killed every week? Every 2 weeks. I can imagine how many are hospitalized. What is it? 800,000 a year? So it's like over 1,000 every day need to go to the emergency room. Over 1,000 of the innocent in the United States every day needs to go to the emergency room because they were attacked by a dog. Would you think that the culture of that nation is to hold down and force? Yes, that's what they're doing. And they're doing a whole lot more. That's crazy. That's twisted to me. So yeah, don't do that, dog lovers. First step if your dog doesn't like the innocent. Well, this is crazy. If you notice that your dog is signaling that he's uncomfortable in an encounter involving the innocent, the safest bet is to manage the situation and remove him. Prevent the innocent from running up to your dog to say hello. Every single time she describes a scenario that could precede an attack, she describes the dog being violated by the innocent. And understand, every time we see an attack, we see a dog darting out of nowhere. Every time we read a report, it was unprovoked. The innocent wasn't looking, wasn't doing nothing to the worthless mutt, might have coughed, sneezed, stood up, sat down, and got attacked. This is coming from the family of the victims. You think, are you just saying that they're liars, huh? They're putting out false reports. Okay, prove it. This is horrible. This is not what experts do. Experts don't write stuff like this. Show me the video where they're doing this. Right here, what I've highlighted. Before they're attacked by a dog. Or running up. And if they do run up to a worthless mutt to say hello, it's because the parents taught the innocent to do it. So what needs to be done is you need to never bring these things into our communities. These raggedy, mutant, worthless beasts, trash, organism, parasitic killers, they are predators. And they usually attack your offspring, the innocent. And always maintain a safety buffer when around the innocent in public. No, you don't bring these monsters around. That's your mistake. You can begin to change your dog's perception of the innocent with basic. Here, she tells dog owners to give their dog treats every time they see the innocent. And then the dog will not want to attack them. That's a lie. They could eat that treat and then attack. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You think just because it eats a dog biscuit that it won't decide to also launch an attack? It can launch an attack because it saw the innocent before you saw the innocent. So you wouldn't know to give it no treat. You just be standing there and it just runs. Like, what are you talking about? Get out of here. This is just creativity. Illogical. This is a fantasy. It's basically a story. This is a fictional tale. Lord. Who writes like that? Who says stuff like this? Okay, now she continues. Look at this. Oh boy. Anytime y'all remember this. This is how the trainers actually do. They actually do this. And they suggested it. Zach George suggested doing this. Y'all remember that. It says, once the innocent is gone, stop giving the goodies. In time, your dog will see the innocent and immediately look to you to collect the treat, which means he started to associate something that usually makes him uncomfortable, the innocent, with something wonderful, treat. Again, stop it. Stop it. This is nonsense. Nonsense. She said, dogs and the innocent, safety first. Helping your dog feel more comfortable around the innocent is a big job. No, you mean helping your dog to not view or to ignore their natural instincts. That's what you're ultimately trying to get dog lovers to believe. Right? That's what you're actually doing. You're trying to train the dog against its natural instinct. Its natural instinct is to attack when it sees what it views as prey. And you're saying the solution is to just give it a treat every time the innocent is around? Why isn't it working? This narrative has been out for years. Years. This training method has been out for years. Why are attacks going up year after year after year? Because it's nonsense. Nonsense. I mean, what are you thinking? Do you think you can reverse the hands of time? These things have gone through a mutation process over several generations, breeding, selective breeding. You think you can wipe that out by giving the dog a dog biscuit every time it sees what it had been bred to attack? This thing has developed, these mutants have developed a whole personality characteristics, traits, and behaviors. We don't even understand how they think. They're killers. And you simply don't bring killers around the innocent. Nobody should have to tell you this. I feel uncomfortable even having to tell other adults this. This is crazy. We know this is, as adults, let's just speak as adults. We know this is what y'all actually doing. The reality is that dogs are killers. They attack, they bite, and this is just reported. 5 million a year in the US alone. 800,000 need ER treatment every year. Some 40 to 50 are killed every year. Some 50% of all victims are the innocent. We have a problem. It's getting worse every single year. Your great knowledge is failing, has failed. It's all nothing but a failure. It's a failed profession, period. The true solution is to ban them. Ban them. They're killers. Ban them just like you ban toys that hurt, injure, or kill the innocent. You wipe them off the shelves, don't you? Well, we got some 20, 25 deaths a year, some 400,000, and we're just talking about the innocent a year who need ER treatment. Huh? Some 2.5 million of the innocent alone bitten every year, and that's just reported. So what are we waiting for? We're not going to evolve with dogs. We're regressing. We're regressing with them. You see, without dogs, we don't deal with none of this. And before you try to tell me that 40 and 50 deaths is not that bad, that's just 1 year. Look at how fast 5 years go by. Now, how many is that? And you're talking about deaths. Dog culture is the biggest problem that's not being paid attention to in the world. By far, easy. And I just want to help people pay attention to it and give my 2 cents. Right? Big shout out to the members, and feel free to add your input, like in the comment section or wherever, with the future videos that I'm going to do about some other experts, quote, experts. And ma'am, if you would like to respond or defend your article that you wrote, she is also an author of a book. You see here, she's an animal trainer, right? She wrote this. If you have anything to say about my critique of what you said, feel free. Nobody's going to hurt you. And I will catch y'all on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.